Peace. This is Waz for Waz Words Media, back at y'all for another round. And this past weekend, Showtime / PBC put together a really good event on pay-per-view, with the main event being the man that Mike Tyson dubbed the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez versus Caleb Sweet Hands Plant. The pay-per-view really got off to a very controversial start with Chris Colbert versus El Rayo Valenzuela. Man, they gave the fight to Chris Colbert. I don't know if those judges were taking naps during that fight. I don't know what they were doing, but that's not the fight that the vast majority of us saw. I mean, if anything, Valenzuela scored the only knockdown in that fight. And yeah, sometimes somebody gets knocked down, but when they come back up, they're the more assertive fighter. You know, and they're the ones that are, like, it's almost like a wake-up, like a wake-up blow. You know, like they wake up, they get more focused, the jitters are gone, now survival instincts kick in, and they tend to pick it up from that point. That happens sometimes. In this case, Colbert was still getting tagged with multiple combination punches. It just didn't make any sense, man. His jab was like ill-effective. It was good in spurts and little spots. It was good. It's already an early candidate for robbery of the year. But yeah, you know, Valenzuela asked for the rematch. Colbert said he'll give it to him. So let's see if that happens. Also, Joey Spencer took his first defeat as a professional fighter to Ramos. That was a good fight. Ramos came in there with the Antonio Margarito type style, and it was very overwhelming. And you know, it happens. But Spencer's a good fighter, and he should be back soon as well. And then it was the main event. David Benavidez taking on Caleb Plant. And Benavidez just asserted his dominance from the beginning. I really thought Plant, the way I thought it was going to play out was that Plant was going to dominate the first 3-4 rounds. And then by like round 6-7, Benavidez takes him out of there. But Plant, to his credit, he stuck around all 12 rounds against Benavidez, and he didn't go down. I thought he was going to go out for the count, but Plant's a very good boxer. The only thing is that he was getting tagged a lot by Benavidez, and Benavidez is really good at cutting the ring. So that, you know, that style that Plant has of moving and, you know, boxing and moving around, that you have to have high endurance. You got to be really, you know, fatigue plays a big part if you have that style. And that's why guys like Floyd Mayweather focused on cardio, focused on conditioning. He would run like 2-3 times a day, because when you get in that ring, the constant throwing punches, the constant moving, circling, pivoting, that exerts you. And it cost Plant in the Canelo fight. Plant ended up getting tired towards the end of the fight, and as he started to fade away in fatigue, his hands started to drop. Canelo caught him. Benavidez, this time around, wasn't able to put him out, but Benavidez beat him pretty convincingly. And it's to the point where Benavidez now is once again calling for this Canelo Alvarez fight. Let's see if Canelo takes the fight come September. We know he's fighting John Ryder, as was anticipated. I made videos about that months and months ago, that most likely he was going to fight John Ryder, and that's exactly who he's going to fight. So he'll be fighting Ryder, and let's see. Hopefully we get the Benavidez fight, because if it's not the Benavidez fight, we know he's not going the Charlo and Andre route. I think that those ships sailed away already. So it'll be either Benavidez or Bivol for the next one. We already know he suffered a very bad defeat, completely lopsided defeat to the hands of Dimitri Bivol. So let's see if he chooses Benavidez. Let's see if Benavidez is the one who he feels a little more confident against, as opposed to Bivol, being that Benavidez is a little smaller than Bivol is. So I'm Wise for Wise Words Media. Peace.